Hello everyone, on today's episode we're going to talk about taking responsibility for your actions. Hello everyone, as mentioned in the intro, we're going to talk about taking responsibility for everything that happens and understanding your part in it. And as always, I'm going to start with a quote. And that quote is, "The man who passes the sentence should swing the sword. If you would take a man's life, you owe it to him to look into his eyes and hear his final words. And if you cannot bear to do that, then perhaps the man does not deserve to die." George R.R. Martin, A Game of Thrones. I haven't seen Game of Thrones. I think every single person that I've met on this planet has told me to watch Game of Thrones. However, I don't watch television. And it's an incredible quote that I found on the internet regarding that. So I can understand why so many people like it with quotes like that. And what is the director or the actor really saying there? And what they're saying is that take responsibility. If you're going to end a man's life, then be responsible. There's no good or bad. Just do what you're going to do and know that you're doing it. Too many times you see politicians and religious figures giving away responsibility and saying, "Oh well, you know, we should have done that, we could have done that, but you know, it's a complex matter." It's not good enough. At an individual level, you are a creator. And once you know you're a creator, you start taking responsibility. And when you take responsibility, you move towards truth and what's right. When you know that your actions create consequences, you're more aware of your consequences, your actions, your intention and your attention, which are the two parts of life. Your attention and your intention become aligned, and you allow the creative forces of the universe to flow through you. So, how come we aren't all responsible? Well, we get so many mixed messages, and we get people telling us, you know, what we're responsible for and what we're not. And I want to play a short video here that might help us understand how easy it is for us to be misled. I mean, what an incredible video, right? I've had that happen so many times where these belief systems just generationally keep perpetuating on and on, like repeating patterns going through humanity. It's just not true. I'm going to go through 8 ways that you can take responsibility for your life and help, you know, remove that system where you go to prove people certain belief systems and it ends up harming you. So the number one way to take responsibility, I understand responsibility, is you only have to take responsibility in this moment. You don't have to take responsibility for the past because it's dead. You don't have to take responsibility for the future because it hasn't happened. Just take responsibility for right now. And if you keep that up, guess what? You'll be responsible for eternity. Number 2, realize you are a creative force. You are a creative force. You create. Your actions have repercussions. When you act out of kindness, people become kinder, good things happen. When you act out of anger, people become victims and people become hurt. Understand that as a creative force, you can really make the world you'd like to see. Gandhi used to say, be the change you want to see. I've always said, let's change the world together. Our world, that's all you need to worry about. 3, embrace freedom. Yes, you are free to do whatever you want. Outside the guidelines of laws, religion, and anything you've been told by peers or family, you are free. They're simply words. Once you know you are free, you then know you are choosing to be a good person. Forget about laws and legal structures. A lot of those laws and legal structures change if you move a few kilometres between state lines or country lines. So law really is not important. There's a universal law of kindness and action. And knowing that you're free to choose allows you to exert the right choices. If we weren't free to choose, there'd be no good or bad. That's something to think about. Number 4, if you don't take ownership, someone else will. JFK once said that a victory has 1,000 fathers, but defeat is an orphan. Now, I see that all the time, where ultimately people will take ownership of situations if you let them. How many times have you been at work where you've done something great, but you haven't really taken responsibility for it, and someone else has said, yeah, that was my idea, and you can really see that your sort of work and your creative essences can just be taken from you. Take responsibility, good or bad. You own it. No one else has the right to take it from you. You need to take responsibility for what you do. Number 5, acceptance. You will not always get it right. Accept that. That's not a reason not to take responsibility. I see a lot of people in relationships not making a clear choice because they don't want to make the wrong decision. They don't want to go with this guy or this girl because it could be wrong. I mean, that's what creates 2 bad relationships rather than 1 good one. You must accept that the decision will lead to some consequences, but accepting those, you'll be happy. Number 6, I love this one. I think about this all the time. I live my life by it. I've got some shocking news for you. Shocking news. Number 6 is shocking. Should be on the news tonight. There is no awards ceremony over your grave. Shock, horror. I know I'm being sarcastic, but I feel like so many people live their lives. Like when they die, there'll be this big montage on a TV screen saying they own this boat and they had 5 expensive watches and they smoked Cuban cigars and they made more money than their next door neighbour. Not happening. No awards show. These things that you think people will praise you for are going to be gone and forgotten. I've made that video on you're just a dash on your gravestone. There's no awards night, therefore make the right decisions. Make the decisions that are good for you, that will help you grow as an individual. If there's decisions about getting material things or looking better than other people, there's no awards night. I'm really sorry. Number 7, be compassionate. As you will make mistakes with your choices, others will make mistakes. And if we all take responsibility, we can then help others with compassion to understand that perhaps we should give them a get out of jail free card every once in a while. Number 8, there are no victims in the universe. The universe does not create victims. Our mind creates victims. Whatever circumstance, whether you're in jail right now, you're watching this via, you're incarcerated, you have drug dependency, you're in a bad relationship, there are no victims. Take responsibility, accept that current situation, allow it to flow through you and create space for something new to come, because something new will come whether you like it or not. You can stay in that old mindset that you're a victim, but ultimately the universe doesn't buy it, and it's going to keep sending you ways to free yourself. You can ignore them by being a victim, or you can embrace them. But ultimately, you're going to have to be responsible and choose your own path. If not, then who? If not now, then when? They are my words to you. Once more into the fray, good friend. Live another day. Can't wait to see you for tomorrow's video. Take responsibility. Here's one of the reasons you take responsibility. If you take responsibility for your life right now, you've taken responsibility for the creative essence that created the entire universe. That was a freebie. That's number 9. That's a freebie. But it's true. If you take responsibility, you take responsibility for all the amazing things that happen. I think that's worth it. Can't wait to see you for tomorrow's video. Goodbye.